What's up, boy? 3 mind-blowing facts about Disney's Zootopia. Number 1. When Judy Hopps takes a train through all districts of the city, she passes through Tundra Town and sees two elephants dressed in clothes similar to those of Anna and Elsa. What few people notice is that they appear again moments later when Judy leaves the train station. Number 2. Why Flash the Sloth such a fast driver? Well, it turns out that being a sloth, he couldn't take his foot off the accelerator quickly enough to hit the brakes, making him drive faster. And since he became so skilled at driving like this, he eventually embraced speed itself. Too sloth, furious, and as fast as a flash. 3. Released. The news anchor appeared as different animals depending on what country you lived in. In the US, Canada, and France, he was a moose. In New Zealand and Australia, he was a koala bear. In Brazil, he was a jaguar. In Japan, he was a tanuki. And in China, he was a giant panda. 3 mind-blowing facts about Disney's Zootopia. Number 1. When Judy Hopps takes a train through all of the different districts of the city,
Danger.
That's
Danger.
no. Betul gila.
Semua baik bilik kau ni.
Ha? Tu bila air baru dia benda.
Beg tu kat atas lantai lagi. Buatnya kau dah boleh keluar bilik air. Kaki kau kotor-kotor pijak atas beg.
Stick dalam tu. Tak nak.
Ya, pakcik. Ya, nanti.
Orang tak nak buat bantal berabuk. Kau letak macam tu kat habuk. Apa guna ada tempat casing dia?
Okay.
Okey. Kau lagi sebulan dah tukar. Kami
Ke
mau kan?
sebulan?
Lagi duk.
Kamu mau? Kan dia mau?
Lagi 2 minggu saat ni balik.
Yelah. Kau tak biar macam tu. Itu untuk dapur punya tu. Kau biar atas lantai. Kucing dia pijak.
Tak guna pun.
Tak guna pun. Kena biar macam tu ke? Tak ada habis. Kau habis duit benda tak perlu. Tu basic game semua tu.
Apa dia? Apa dia dah lama?
Comel. Muka sama je you dengan your mom.
Ya je.
Sebiji mata hidung.
Dah anak mak macam ni.
Danger.
Nearly 5 and then.
Muka copy paste.
Please. Anyway.
Tutup mulut lah. Cik ni tak tutup mulut je.
Cinta yang masuk.
Tahu pun. Lama-lama jadi setan lah.
Aduh. Super guy, Google Icon. I'm fine. It's mainly pearl, so 3-piece pan should be worth it. Last bit, it's what's her name? First one. Only 2 HP to piece defense, is it? If I'm mistaken.
Both ends. The third to last one says, today is a good day for public service and overtime.
what do you call yeah, that should do. So when the eyes are the same. Yes.
Get some rest while you can, and gather your strength.
Oh, it's damage by 60% when the virus current damage is 120% or higher. The virus crit rate increased by 60% until the end of rate. So if I were to have a crit damage, so yeah. Let's see. Effect hit rate damage. Okay, I do have one. So let's see. I borrow from GENSHIN 130. It says 120. Yeah, so like I just need a body then. $49, $92, 93. Big effect. Okay, great. That percentage. Yeah, not bad. I'll take it either way. Big effect tag. Ah, ah. Mhm. Bro, if this is on kafka, it's so good. Bro, I don't have enough money. Imagine no money. Imagine being broke. Oh God.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Blade of me.
Commencing release. Enemy targets detected.
Yeah, great.
All will be revealed. Lunar flame.
Specimen sighted.
Try
You'll
harder.
pay for this.
Blade of me.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Oh,
Stand down.
Commencing research. This battle is unavoidable.
Blade of me. Ready for death.
You'll pay for that. Lend me your strength.
Blade of me.
Nak pergi toilet jap.
okay.
Muah.
So, let's see DPS panel. Baram.
Tedious.
It's a battle. 75 156 Pella. Okay.
always a weak. Lend me your strength.
Stand. Light of moonlight.
Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
All will be revealed. In the lunar flame. Ready for death. Light of moonlight. In the lunar flame.
Hello.
Unworthy.
Lend me your strength.
Tedious. Light of moonlight.
The combat report will be ready soon. I understand. I understand. Do you need me to formulate the next plan?
Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
understand.
Welcome back. I appreciate your help more than I can express. It couldn't have been easy running all over the city.
That's what friends are for, Branya. You don't sound like yourself. Is something wrong?
Bro, she's in the midst of trouble. You ask her if
Fine.
she's okay. Bro.
I haven't rested in a while. There's just too much happening all at once.
I'm sure you can do this around you. Right? You're gonna have some forces of this. I'm sure you can do this. Oh shit. I'm
They're
lost
moving
word.
quickly. Belobog is crawling with their agents. All they talk about is asset evaluation. The silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz must have issued an order against harassing the citizenry. Still, that hasn't stopped panic from
Remember
building.
things to pay your debt before the debt
Confused.
collectors
They don't know
come.
where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again? We're curious to know what solution she has in mind.
That's the reason I asked for you to come here. I need your advice. Look.
What's that? Can't read it.
It's...
The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter attached. Please, take a look at the contents, and then tell me your thoughts.
Miss Branya, if you'll permit me to call you that, I'd like to share a story with you from my own life. In your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel, but in reality, we all have a story to tell. As for myself, I was born on a small, unremarkable planet at the edge of the galaxy, a place whose name is known only to the native inhabitants. My home planet was extremely resource poor. To survive, people worked laboriously, manufacturing products for other civilizations in the galaxy, mostly in chemical or heavy industries. Given these circumstances, the natural environment of my home planet became increasingly harsh. I don't recall the exact moment when it happened, but people started wearing respirators just to walk down the street. All you could hear were the wheezing coughs of the people, day and night. My home was facing its demise. The relatively wealthy chose
So basically, he
interstellar
told me his
migration
home is dead.
and started anew.
But the animation
The
is really
majority
nice
who
though. I
stayed
like it.
could only struggle on amidst sewage, acid rain, and dust, waiting for the end. Finally, one fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planet's damaged environment. In return for their help, they asked for just one thing: that all inhabitants sign a contract which would make them employees of the IPC. 2 years after signing the contract, the dark clouds and haze disappeared, and people began to take
So
off their
basically, she
masks.
was forced into a
After
child
3 years,
labor when she was like
vegetation
what?
and trees began to grow
17?
and thrive again. After 5 years, many animals, previously on the brink of extinction, reappeared. When I was finally
5 to
I
7.
officially
She's been
became a
working for
member of the
7 years. And
Strategic
how old
Investment
is she?
Department.
20? She's like 20,
Witnessed
right?
the changes that took place on my home world, and was determined to bring the
Wait,
same
tell me
changes
she was.
to many other worlds in the
Oh,
galaxy
so she
that were
thought to become the
experiencing
IPC at the
same
age of
fate.
13.
I am writing to you, Miss Branya, with the genuine desire to express something important. I know freedom is precious to people, but in reality, there are things of much greater value, such as survival. How many generations of Belabogians will it take to embrace the stars again without assistance? Who can guarantee that every future guardian will be as prudent and enlightened as you? How can you guarantee that a disaster such as the Stellaron crisis will not descend upon Belobog yet again? I have already negotiated the best possible deal for you. Once you sign this contract, all of Belobog's debts will be forgiven. In addition, the IPC will set up a special team to support the reconstruction of Urilo 6. I can understand that for you, this is an extremely difficult decision because you, and you alone, will bear the fate of all Belabogians. But
Okay, did I call it
because of this,
Belabogians?
I believe that you will make the right decision. A decision that will truly benefit your people.
Her words
What is the
do
contract?
sound quite sincere. What do you
What?
make of it?
Well, to be fair, for people who collect debts, they would make up what stories. She has a way with words. She's will talk about it as a solution. Does that mean she's exactly? I've been in
Agree.
this business before.
But it struck me as an honest letter. I found the contents quite moving. It's hard to imagine she'd write something like this just to deceive me. In any case, she wasn't wrong when she said this would be an extremely difficult decision. This planet's fate, the civilization it carries, everything that's happened here and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands. This definitely can't, and shouldn't, be a decision made by me alone.
Invite the people. Maybe you should gain some insight from other viewers. Yeah, exactly.
That thought
Democracy.
has crossed my mind, and it comforts me to hear you say that.
Right. I don't think it's fair for you to carry the weight alone. Why not discuss it with others first?
Topaz hasn't given me much time to consider. She wants me to decide as soon as possible. I wanted to put it to a vote, and let all the citizens of both the overworld and the underworld have their say. But with such little time, I'm afraid that's a lost cause. I'll convene the Klapoth Fort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts.
Each to race against the clock. Do I have voting rights?
I think we should leave this matter to the Belabogians. Don't you agree? We've got your back. We failed to convince Topaz, but this should be a piece of cake.
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers. Let's meet up here again later.
The ministers? Who are the ministers?
If we want to make
Huh?
an informed decision, we need to hear from both the overworld and the under.
Hold on. I just realized. If I have enough energy, right? Hold on, her E4 is. Her skill is used. It's a 100% resistance, reduce enemies' ice resistance by 12%. When Pellet attacks a debuffed enemy, she allows additional ice damage. Ooh. So yeah, she gets a lot of attack. Using skill to remove debuff gives speed by 10% for 2 turns. Wow. Interesting. Okay. So I wanted my Pella into a sub DPS. And since she is already getting like a lot of base like attack percentage, right, based on the stats alone. So I think it's way better if I build her like crit damage wise. So I'm using like a 2-piece celestial and a 4-piece wind. Wind is for the action damage itself. So basically I just want to boom with her. I want to spam as much ultimate as I can. And as of right now, I am using a level 0 rogue. But I was thinking of switching to this one though. To a space one. It gives 12% more attack. and I'll get extra 12% if I reach 120 speed. Right now I have 105, which because I don't have any speed boosts, any wind speed boost, any wind speed boosts here. English is not Englishing. So for now I have to do with what I have. I also have to rework basically all my characters. And I've made a list basically on which item to build first. So we're basically gonna go with Jingliu's team. Like I'm trying to get her to like which is basically the plan, the long-term plan if I don't get any new characters. I'm just gonna get four piece hunt for Jingliu, 4-piece hunter and 2-piece Rutiliant. And which is the one she's using right now. And for I can't minimize this thing. Okay. So and for Pella it's 4 eagle, which is the wind set, and 2-piece spring or space. And right now I'm using the spring celestial okay, wait. The kind of spring one. Is it? Yeah. Is it the spring one I'm using? Hold on. Hold on. Why did I write spring? Oh yeah, this one. In case we regeneration rate by 5%. I was thinking of using this one, but then again, I might not need to use this if I have the energy required. Which as of right now, I'm using it as level 01 and it's been working quite well actually. I like it a lot. Like yeah, I can spam my ult like instantaneously every single time. And I have to spam my skill a lot. It's really good. And up next we have this Bronya, a messenger and kill, which is very default. And Lynx, a 4-piece passenger, which is the healing, and a 2-piece fleet. As for Kafka, it's gonna get a 4-piece electric and 2-piece attack. For Sampo, I think it's better to give him the 2 eagle, 2 musketeer, and a 2 panzer, solely because Sampo can already stack the amount of wind shear you can stack is only like 5. So like I don't think I need that much advanced forward. Because in the end of the day, I can't affect more than 5, and Sampo's basic attack already gives like 3, and alt alone gives like 5, and his skill by itself and on a single enemy can generate like 5, and in most cases, Sampo can reach the 5 cap in like 2 turns, or even like 1 turn with an alt. So yeah, and then Luca is like kind of like Pella, where he is like a debuffer, but the same as sub DPS. That's what I'm going for with him. So he can crit. And I have Good Knife Good Knife is probably going to use the 4-piece fire and 2-piece pan, and she will be replacing Sanpo in certain content. And then I have Fusion. Fusion is like 2 guard, 2 long, and like 2 kill or fleet. But I'm leaning more towards fleet because I'm using her in Kafka team. But kill is generally the best one for her. So, but for now, I think I'm gonna focus on leveling links to like what 75, and then her basically I'm trying to get all their light cones to level 80, and then every character to like 70, 75 or 80 depends on the talents. And then when it comes to artifacts, I'm probably gonna focus on Jingliu's first. Like while building Jingliu, I'm gonna get Pelas and Sampo's artifact. And then we're gonna move to, I think Bronya already has artifacts, I just have to level it up. So I can just keep to like what? Like the fire piece for Gunaifang or Musketeer. It depends. Like I can, if I were to get Musketeer, I can use it on Sanpo and Gunaifang. But then again, boxing is really nice too. But let's see.
The world, right?
So we go to artifacts. So Sanpo and Wind. So attack and so if I were to spend resin on farming for this passerby artifact, then I will get musketeer for what's her name again? Yeah, I mean Sarpo and Gunai farm. But if I were to farm this, then I would get imaginary. The thing is, I don't have any imaginary units upgraded. Like the only imaginary that I have is Yukong, and Yukong is whatever.
Let's start with the overworld.
So I don't plan on where's it? Where's the data bank? Okay, character. And then we have. Does it say your elements? Mm, no. Okay. Yeah, also. Oh, it doesn't show like based on the elements. Okay, but anyways, this data bank characters. So in terms of destruction, I don't have Daniel for the hunt. There's none. There's no irradiation. We have Wukong, and then okay, Wealth is nice as a sub DPS. I want it like a burst spam, but other than that, I don't think there's any. So there's only one. If even low charges the 4 musketeer set, right? So there's only 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so there's only 4 imaginary units. So imaginary is like the Dendro in Genshin, basically. Is it Dendro? Is it Dendro again or Geo? I don't know anymore. Deja vu. Bum, bum, bum.
Careful now. Don't get your clothes wet.
My twin.
We meet again.
We
How
meet
did you
again.
win?
Of course.
Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me something's wrong. I hope it's nothing too serious.
Hopefully.
Sounds serious. I'm all ears.
I'm all ears. Careful about the IPC that.
Really? You better not be making things up.
Exactly.
I wish
Why
it
would I
were
lie?
made up. Unfortunately, it's all true.
Mm-mm.
We don't have much time, Kayla. Branya wants to get everyone's opinion. Wait, you're telling me I have to make this huge decision on the spot? At least give me a few seconds to think it over. Okay, I think I've got it. If it were up to me, I'd probably agree to the IPC's conditions. Huh. Okay. Any particular reason? I've looked at some of the climate reports, and based on the data I've seen, it'll take 3 or 4 more generations for the snow to completely subside. And that's assuming no other disasters occur. I care more about those in the present than a future I can't be sure of. If the IPC is able to bring about immediate change, then I think that's a price well worth paying. Building a better world for future generations sounds great, right? But is it any fun for the engineers and architects who are directly involved in such a pursuit? I see. So compared to a distant and uncertain future, what you really care about is making sure the people around you have a good life. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
There's no option to change the controller buttons. What the hell? Bro. X, Y. Bro, it's actually inverted. So annoying. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that. Oh, okay. Bro. Hello, Mr. Wall. At least I'm getting used to the controlling.
Here, you and Marge paying us a visit. What's the occasion?
You're fucked.
Uh-oh, sounds like something serious is happening. You'd better fill me in. What? How is that possible? I need a moment to wrap my head around this.
Serval, we're racing against the clock. No time for head wrapping.
It's okay. I've thought it through. If it were up to me, I'd sign the contract.
What? Hold on, are you serious? I thought you'd be against it for sure.
Surprised? My reasons are pretty simple. Signing this contract would mean we no longer have to worry about surviving. For most of the residents here, especially those in the underworld, that would be more than enough to persuade them. As for working for the company, people need to work no matter where they are, right? If the IPC tries to take too many liberties, we can always rise up against them. You know, I've always longed for the stars since I was a child, which is why I devoted myself to science and the studying of the Stellaron.
Interesting.
If someone told me that I could do whatever research I wanted with only a small price to pay, I probably wouldn't
So
hesitate.
basically, it's her ego.
I see. I suppose that makes sense. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
Go to. Bro, the controls are all of the place. Oh my god. Can't even change the controls. It's so annoying. Like in Genshin, they use the Japanese control. But for Honkai, they use like the standard one for PS4, I think. But the problem is that they inverted left and right and right and left. But not only that, even the characters are different. Like this is okay. So this is one. Wait, what? One. Give me a sec. Hold on. So this is one. I'm pressing the. Oh my god. So wait, what? So I'm pressing the. So like you know like on your left, a controller, right? You have the not a triangle but the four arrows. So the top arrows on the screen it shows Bronya, but when I press it, it goes to Pella. But if I were to go to the right button, press the right button, it won't change to anyone. It will move instead. But I would wish. But if I wait, what? Like why? Why is this a thing? And you can't even change it in the settings. Um. No, I can't even change my characters. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna try to see if I can use with my mouse now. Let's see. User center. Okay. Uh-huh. Confirm is B and A. Basic attack. Why is it A and B? Oh, I'm so confused, honestly. Character move forward. Technique, basic attack is Y. Holy shit, I'm so confused. So if Y and X. No, I don't mind with that one. The thing that bothers me is the fact that the keys are inverted. Okay, sec. That's another way. How to cast auto? Remember the auto battle preference? Let's see. Why the X and O's are inverted? Huh. Okay. The neck is fine. The thing is I can't change this thing instead. Like, why? Why can't I change this? It's so annoying. It says left and right. But in reality you can't change it. Move character forward is forward. Yeah, dipshit. That's what I've been trying to do. It says left, but when it... Bro, I can't even change... Hmm. That's R2, not R1.
Is that the Trailblazers? It's been a while. I didn't think you'd be back in Bella so soon. It's been pretty hectic in the city lately. All these people dressed in black suddenly showed up, and even the Silvermane guards have had trouble dealing with them. Do you need my opinion? I'm happy to help. So that's who they are. It's worse than I imagined. The Madam Guardian must be under a lot of pressure. Is there really nothing we can do to assist her?
We're here to gather everyone's opinion on the matter. I know this is a little sudden, but we're running out of time. What's your take?
Why, I'd refuse the contract, of course. There is no room for compromise. Just look at them. Arrogant, stomping around here as if they own the place. How can such people be trusted? Who's to say they won't breach the contract? Faced with this sort of coercion, we must resist them with all our might. Surrendering is not an option. You must warn the Madam Guardian not to allow herself to fall into their trap.
A soldier's perspective is always valuable, Dunn. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion. Did we miss anyone in the overworld? I think we asked just about everyone we needed to. From what I've gathered, it seems like most people in the overworld are leaning towards signing the IPC's contract. We'd better hurry to the underworld and see what Natasha and Zila make of it all.
Do you need me to formulate the next plan?
What brings you two to the underworld? And why the long face? Seems a little out of the blue, but since you came all this way, it must be urgent. Go ahead. That is a lot of information to take in. Sorry, both of you. I know you're in a hurry, but I need a moment to think.
No stress, Nat. Just tell us what you really think.
I've thought about it, and... well, if I were Bronya, I wouldn't sign it. I won't deny the offer on the table is a very tempting one. And if we refuse, Belobog will not only have the burden of a huge debt, we may also incite the wrath of a very powerful force. But even so, a quote I read back in school came to me just now. Those who are willing to give up freedom for security will end up with neither. Living in the underworld has taught me that this phrase is true. I'd rather trek through the frigid snow plains than live in a beautiful cage.
Wow, that's a pretty convincing argument. Another vote for the against pile. Thanks for your insight, Nat.
Oh wait. Oh, Oleg, no, hi Oleg.
None other than the saviors of Belobog. To what do I owe the pleasure? To be honest, I'm surprised you even remembered an old geezer like me. But I can tell by the look on your faces you're probably not dropping by to say hi. Let me guess. Something to do with these unruly people in black showing up everywhere? Well, ask away. It just so happens I'm curious about them myself. Maybe I can be of some help. I see. That's a tricky situation, all right. A lot for anyone to handle, let alone someone as young as Lady Bronya.
Mr. Oleg, out of all the people we know in Belobog, you have the most life experience. What do you think we should do?
Want to hear the truth? I'm afraid great ambitions and lofty plans no longer hold much appeal for an old-timer like me. If this IPC does indeed possess the magical power to restore Belobog back to its former self overnight, Then I think the answer is clear. Have you considered the opposite? What about if we refuse? The reconstruction plan already sounds like an endless endeavor. And with the added burden of a massive debt, well, is that something we can manage on our own? What worries me the most is how Lady Bronya will handle the backlash from her people. Will she be able to withstand the criticism? Is she prepared to carry the weight of a tarnished reputation for years to come?
The last Supreme Guardian.
Huh. I guess I never looked at it from that angle. I wouldn't wish that title on anyone. Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Oleg. Another vote for the 4 pile.
Hmm.
I understand.
Miss March, big sister, what brings you to the underworld?
Hey there, Clara. Is Svarog not around?
Mr. Svarog went out for a walk with a lady called Topaz.
What? Topaz? Do you know where they went?
I'm not sure, but Mr. Svarog promised he'd be back soon.
What now? Svarog's super logical. We should definitely get his opinion. True. Don Hung's always saying that Clara's really insightful for her age.
Huh? Miss March, do you want to ask me something?
No, nothing.
That's complicated. I don't know what to say.
It's all right, Clara. No pressure. Just tell us how you feel about it.
I think if we have a choice for the future, it should be everyone's decision. Because when I was playing with Hook, the moles, and the other kids, we talked about our dreams. Everyone has different dreams. If we accept Miss Topaz's offer, then doesn't that mean our dreams will never come true? Just taking away people's dreams like that. I don't know. It feels wrong.
You're right. Children see the world as a place where anything is possible. Just the thought of our lives being predestined from birth makes me shiver. Thanks, Clara. Your thoughts mean a lot to us. All that running around has worn me out. So, the final conclusion is... the votes are completely even. I don't know what to do. Both sides have really compelling arguments. Oh, right! We haven't asked Seal. She's probably still in the Great Mine helping the miners. Come on, let's get going!
Back so soon? Any news? Are you feeling all right? You look a little uneasy. Important matter, huh? I can tell from your tone that this isn't gonna be a lighthearted chat. But I'm ready to hear it. I think I get it. At first, I thought it was just a few IPC ruffians overstepping their boundaries.
Yeah, you didn't think the future of Belobog was at stake, right?
Right. I need a little time to process this.
As it stands, the votes are even. Your opinion will make all the difference.
In that case, I abstain.